Welcome, welcome, welcome. Adam Gladfelter here with Racer Nexus, back in the booth finally after a week of no shows. The Rookie Clash Racing League back on the track once again. It's Saturday Truck Series time at Auto Club. Used to be a real life 2-mile oval, now a fantasy track, but it lives here in our hearts and on iRacing, so why not run it? We're down here with qualifying. Let's get on track and see what we've got going on tonight. See the competition we've got. And looks like we got Kyle Franklin out here from Tri-Cities, Washington. Qualifying, we got Terrence Preston out here currently on the pole. Let's pull up that there, the tower. And looks like Terry Litweiler's going to grab the pole for now with a 41. Pretty much 41 flat. Tony Nolan out there sitting third. As of now, he is completing his second lap now, coming into turn 3. Sage Greco. This guy's been quiet, but he's been fast week in and week out. We're going to see what he's got for these guys. As he's grabbing his second lap here. Dave Harrington sitting in fourth. And Charles Bagley, check this out. First lap to the top spot. Under a 41. Will someone be able to beat Charles Bagley? He's got a 40.92 right now. We're going to see. Coming to complete his second lap now. Crossing the start-finish line is Mr. Bagley. And his time is not better. So looks like first lap for him. Billy Hensley out here in 8th. Taking his second lap here. Charles Wilson on track, currently 13th, coming to take the checkered flag here for a second lap. And Junior Heaton back out here. He is now also entering his second lap. I haven't seen really anyone faster on their second lap, so we'll see. But as it stands right now, Bagley to the top. Steve Giberson just crossing the start-finish line on his second. Up to 14th now. Junior Heaton coming out of turn 4 to grab the second lap. He's 12th now. Will it be faster? Yes, it is. Make a liar out of me with the second lap not the fastest as he moves up to 7th place from 12th. So up 5 spots there. Great run there for Junior Heaton. And do we have anybody else? So we got 5 guys left to qualify. Bennett, Fuchs, Price, Johnson, and Tibbs yet to make a lap. As we finished up qualifying, so they will not be, they'll be starting at the back of the pack. Everybody's getting gridded up right now. As you can see on the screen, the race fans are ready to get this thing going. 75 laps here tonight, too. There we go. Got them gridded up now. Let all these racers get loaded in here on pit road, and this pace truck will pull out. And here we go. Let's get this thing going as the pace truck's going to be pulling off here. Let's get down to brass tacks here with your starting lineup. Charles Bagley with the #1 spot with Sage Greco to his outside. Starting third, Sean Rother with Terry Litweiler in fourth. Row number 3, Terrence Preston in fifth. Dave Harrington rolling off sixth. Junior Heaton in seventh. Kyle Franklin to his outside in row 4 and eighth. Row number 5, we got Billy Hensley in ninth and Tony Nolan rolling off 10th. Bruce Velasquez in 11th. Michael Cordray in 12th. Row number 7, we've got Drew the Serial Killer Coon in 13th. Steve Giberson in 14th. Row 8, Charles Wilson 15th. Christian Coffey in 16th place. David Vodka in 17th. Eric Johnson in 18th. Ryan Fuchs roll off 19th with Robert Tibbs to his outside. Anthony Bennett in 21st. Lemuel Price in 22nd. Gonna have a really good field here. 22 people in this field. As the pace truck lights are off, we're gonna go green this time by. I know you guys are really excited. I know I am. I have missed racing all week. Pace truck is off. Here we go. 75 laps here at this 2-mile oval. Green flag is out. Bagley and Greco lead them to the green flag. Sean Rother pulls down to the bottom just behind Bagley. Great spot to be in going into turn 1. We've got 3 wide battles back here already as we're heading in and out of turn 2. Look at that, all fanned out. Two by two. Filling it off into turn 3. Oh, man, around goes Sean Rother. Caution will fly. First caution of the night coming to the green, the start-finish line on the first lap. Take a look at it here. Just one unfolded here with Sean Rother. On board here with Sean. Well, look at above from Sean Rother. You got the 32 underneath. 32 with a run here. Oh, looks like Sean just got a little loose off of 4. That is typical here at Auto Club. And around the grass he goes. No damage though. Truck looks fairly clean. Looks like Sage Greco was able to get by Bagley, and he will take over the lead as we've got some pit stop strategies happening. The top 4 stayed out, and Terry Litweiler's going to lead them down pit road to grab some fuel. Billy Hensley is there as well. Going to come down for a little splash and go. Should be just a couple of seconds stop here for these guys. Looks like it's going to be Franklin's going to pick up the most spots there with Litweiler, Harrington, Johnson, Cordray as follows off of pit road. So it looks like 7 drivers did not make a pit stop for fuel. Alright, so we should get the lights off this time to go side by side once again. And yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me from the booth to the track, but let's keep it green flag, please. We like these green flag runs where strategy comes into play. And yes, pace truck lights are off. It's green flag time once again. Roles of reverse now. It's going to be Greco starting the race off here in the restart zone with Bagley to his outside. And pace truck is rolling out right now. We're going to go green once again. There he goes down pit road. And you can see that restart zone there in the blue. They cannot go before it, but they can go in it or after. Green flag in the air. Let's see if Bagley can take this spot back from Greco. As looks like Sage got a really good jump. Really fanned out here. I can see some 3 wide battles happening. The 60 there of Steve Giberson all the way up and into that Napa truck of Kyle Franklin in the 11. Stays off of him though, but does drive him all the way up to the wall. That doesn't stop Franklin though. He's got the run. He makes it happen there. Back up front. No Lifts Motorsports own Charles Bagley to the very bottom of the track. See him there trying to make anything happen against Sedge Greco. And Junior Heaton up 4 spots in 3rd. On board here with Junior Heaton. And there's plenty of different lines these drivers can run, but one thing to consider is those black lines right there in between those grooves where the asphalt's been paved. Those are asphalt seams, and those things will get your truck really, really loose on the rear end. So they got to be careful of that and try to straddle them if they can. A little early on the throttles, Junior Heaton right there, just going to heat those right front tires up. Back here with Christian Coffey, he's up 11 spots as he's looking underneath the 92 of Terrence Preston right now. Still plenty of battles going on from front to back, as we got Eric Johnson here trying to make something happen on Steve Giberson. And the 72 of Cordray. Johnson on the bottom, Cordray, Giberson up top. Ooh, great move there by Johnson to get in the middle between these guys. That's going to open the door up for the 72, as now he's on the bottom. Oh, Cordray and Johnson get tangled up together here. Back up front, Greco with about a 3/10, so about 3.5, 4 car length gap between him and Bagley. And now Terrence Preston and Christian Coffey have closed up the gap. Now it's a 5-truck breakaway. And then you've got Terry Litweiler back here, kind of in the middle in a little buffer area, as everyone else is really tight together. Terry seemed to break away. '93 of Bruce Velasquez all the way down to the bottom. Back up to the top to get nice rotation out of the truck. Oh, and around goes Steve Giberson. Makes a save though, but the caution does come out. Take a look here and see if we can see what happened with Steve Giberson here. Giberson and Cordray side by side. Giberson's the white truck on the very top. Oh, and he gets touched there by the 15 of, who would that be? Not sure exactly who that was. Brian Fuchs, maybe. We'll take a look at it here, see if that was indeed Ryan Fuchs. Yes, it was. Ryan Fuchs got into the back of Steve Giberson and turned him around. As the pace truck comes around, collects everybody, and we're going to see, is there going to be another pit stop cycle here? And here they come. Sage Greco going to bring everybody down pit road. I doubt it's going to be tire worthy time, but we got, I believe, 3 sets, 4 sets. Let me make sure here. Four sets of tires tonight, 1 fast repair and 1 green-white checker. And fuel is also set at 40%. So that's going to put these drivers about 10.8 to 11 gallons of fuel. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . they're not going to be able to go very far. And it looks like Greco with the tires, Bagley and Velasquez fuel only, Drew Kuhn fuel only, and then from there on back, looks like everyone else got tires. So interesting mix-up going to go on here. And with 4 sets of tires, you should be able to take tires about every 25, well, not even 25 laps, less. Be able to take it a lot quicker than that. Definitely wouldn't hurt you to take tires right now on lap 14. Bagley back in control right now. Sage Greco, though, with the freshies right behind him there in row number 2. Looks like we got some confusion going on back here in the back of the pack. Well, they're getting it situated now. 97 moving up to where he belongs now. It's going to be the 69 of Bagley and the 93 of Velasquez. Going to lead them back to the green flag on the restart with Greco and Kuhn, second row. Pace truck going to be heading down into pit road here. We're going to go back to the restart zone, get this thing going again. Green flag back in the air. Bagley with a big jump here. Greco, though, underneath with the new tires, going to take command here, but Bagley with the run on the outside. 62 follows. No help for the 17. He's going to have to rely on all that grip going into turn 3 here. Get the throttle back up. Up, up, up the track they go. Door to door, coming out of 4. And Drew Kuhn dropping some spots here. Getting eat up by some fresh tires. And let's check on Michael Cordray back here, currently in 11th position. And he's got fresh tires too. Looks like he's doing a little bit of tire saving though. Tony Nolan back here in the 23, battling with Dave Harrington and Sean Rother. Meanwhile, back up front, Sage Greco now 3/10 gap over Junior Heaton. Bagley losing some spots here. I don't think that no tire call was a good call, as these fresh ones are eating him up. Johnson and Litweiler battling side by side as they're, looks like they're being held up by the 69 now. 71's got to turn low as the 69's being held up by the 93 who just hit the wall. Now they're 3 wide. On board with Terry Litweiler. Look at the chaos. 4 wide here, folks. 4 wide coming out of 4. There's a truck in the top, the middle, the bottom. The middle bottom. Yes, that's a word. As Sage Greco still leading the way. Terrence Preston now breaking away from the pack. Velasquez now still on that high side. Looks like Cordray's caught him now. And those fresh tires, along with Eric Johnson and Billy Hensley as well. Billy Hensley, he took a decently long stop about 2 cautions ago, and now it's worked his way back up inside the top 10. Velasquez now down at the bottom, and he's going to slide all the way up the track. '93 and the 18 getting tangled up here. 93 looking low. On board here with Eric Johnson as he's got the 93 just to his left side. Well, 93's falling back now. Wasn't to his left side. 93 dropped another few spots here. First tire's really eating him up. Going back up front, Sage Greco though. Woo! 1 second ahead of Junior Heaton. As he's got Coffey and Preston just about there. They're battling side by side, but they're about to be breathing down his neck. You've got Cordray. Oh man, we got a 3-4 wide battle here. Three wide now between the 72, the 9, and the 11. 11 with a huge run on that bottom. Kyle Franklin moved up into the 3rd position. Now looking to pass the 62 here. This will be for 2nd spot. Crossing the start-finish line. That is 24 of 75. 62 slowing these guys up as Cordray's up in the mix now. We're not even worried about Greco right now as he's 1.8 seconds ahead of these guys. But man, oh man, this is the battle to be looked at right here. As Junior Heaton still hold them off, but Cordray with a run on the outside. And that's going to absolutely kill the 62's run. He was not able to get all the way up to the wall. And now here comes the freight train. Not only does that kill his momentum down the front stretch coming out of 4, but it's going to kill it down here too. You can see freight train on the inside and the outside of Junior Heaton. He's not liking it. Get up here so you can see just what's unfolding the 62. getting taken advantage of now by the 4th truck going by him. So he's going to move from 2nd to 6th. '62 all the way to the top. He's in the wall. That just killed him. Killed his momentum. Now he's going to let more trucks go by. Not sure what's going on there with Junior Heaton. He did take tires on that last stop with everybody else. Oh, the 97 of Anthony Bennett's loose. He's sideways into 3. Saves it somehow and gets going. Michael Cordray down pit road for a stop. Meanwhile, Sage Greco says, see you later, boys. It's 2.3 seconds now. Billy Hensley somehow has now worked his way up past all these guys into 2nd place. You can see Billy Hensley there looking back as they're still battling. We're not single file yet. Billy being nice and calm. Oh, Billy Hensley down pit road. With a lot of guys. You can see him there heading down pit road for that scheduled pit stop. Sage Greco went down there as well. They saw it and answered back. Meanwhile, Christian Coffey's still out there with Ryan Fuchs. Christian Coffey down low. Looks like he may take his pit stop here. Yes, he will. Fuchs as well. With Nolan. With Wilson, Harrington, and Sean Rother. That's going to put Billy Hensley yes, sir. That's going to put Billy Hensley back, or going to put him in the top spot. He took fuel only that time. Sage Greco with the tires. So currently Billy Hensley's going to be in the number 1 spot once all the cycles through. But Sage Greco, he's going to run Hensley down with those fresh tires versus his old tires. He's already cut a little over a second off. And you got Cordray back here battling with Junior Heaton and Kyle Franklin. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Green flag scheduled pit stops. We're going to see who's got the best strategy. Who can make the best call at what time. .11 with a nice run here on the 72. Can't quite get to him though to make any kind of pass here at 1 and 2. The 11 entered the corner high in 1, exited low to mid in 2. Eric Johnson back here with Bennett and Heaton. Battling side by side. A little further back, Christian Coffey gonna end up in 8th with Tony Nolan and Drew Kuhn, 9th and 10th. Hensley to the top side. Greco to the bottom. Greco really closing in that gap. Almost 1 second faster than Hensley was Greco that time by. Kyle Franklin currently the fastest out there though with a 41.65. And the best lap, Christian Coffey. Check out the biggest gainers, Bennett, Johnson, and Cordray. Hensley's up 8 spots, and Coffey's up 8 spots. Here we go, battle for the lead right here. Greco all the way to the bottom, Hensley up top. Right now you've got momentum from the high side in Hensley. You've got the grip from the tires on the bottom with Greco. Will they even out here? That's the question before the next pit stop cycle. Did Billy Hensley make a good call? I believe he did, as he's still up. Regardless if Greco's caught him or not, he's still up 1.8 seconds over third place. So I think it's a great strategy call by Hensley. No doubt about it. As looks like the lap times here, we'll see once they even out. Looks like the lap times have pretty much settled down here. We're going to see. Yeah, they're only about a tenth and a half difference now between the top two of Hensley and Greco. I think Hensley's got the preferred line on that top side with the momentum. And once Greco just keeps using that bottom, I think his tires are going to equalize to what Hensley's running right now. But here comes Kyle Franklin now. He's caught these guys. And it's a 3-wide battle now for the lead. Get on board here with Franklin. See what he sees. Greco all the way to the bottom. Hensley to the top. And Franklin, like I said earlier, he enters high, exits low in 1 and 2. Just has really good momentum coming out the exit. Now Franklin up to the second spot. Hensley drops back down in the third. And Franklin looking to battle with Greco here as they're coming out of 4. And side by side. Franklin now to the top spot, and he's going to clear Greco. Kyle Franklin definitely with the Napa know-how tonight. Check out all this battle right here. We got 6 drivers up here. 4 of them are 3 wide. With Billy Hensley all the way to the top, he's still committed to that top line as he's going to lose a few more spots. Oof. Eric Johnson loosey-goosey out of 4 with Cordray to his rear bumper. And you can see just the different lines you can run here at Auto Club to make things happen. Go back a little further here. You can see Nolan battling with Drew Coon. Nolan with a really good, he's a solid performance tonight. Bagley's falling back to second as we've got Terrence Preston now down pit road. Back up front, Greco still up there with Franklin. As you've got some hungry hippos back here just behind Greco in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All nose to tail, trying to get a piece of that. Oh, man, we had 3 drivers right there coming up 4. all in the wall. Man, things are really ramping up here before we get to the next pit stop. They're using all the tires they have. Greco still at the back bumper of Franklin, and it looks like these guys are able to catch him too much, as we've got Cordray now down pit road. He pitted one lap before these guys last time. We're going to see what these guys do. Do they answer back to Cordray's scheduled pit stop? The 11 with a little looser truck than I'm sure he would like. Chasing it up the track. Sage Greco as well. Here we go. Everybody's to the bottom. We're getting scheduled pit stops or what? No, we're not. We're going all the way up to the track. All the way up to the wall. We're not pitting just yet. Bagley's down pit road for his scheduled stop. Cordray blending out right here by the leaders. That's going to be important. Oh, Cordray! Loose! Not great for Cordray. Loses it on the exit of transition coming back up on the racetrack. That's a killer right there. And I'm sure he's going to grab a black flag for unsafe blend exit or unsafe exit, something like that. As we've got the 11, the 18, the 97 down pit road. Sage Greco takes the lead. Cordray's going to need a caution here. Catch back up. He was really fast. Had a great pit strategy to get caught back up, blend up there with the leaders. After everything cycled through, he was definitely going to be in the top 5 by far. Greco with the engine shut off, saving as much fuel as he can. And he's going to go around again. Ryan Fuchs. And looks like Coffey, Nolan, Hensley. They're going to come down for their scheduled stop. And it's going to put, looks like that's going to put Eric Johnson had the best pit stop here. Total time. 1 second quicker than Kyle Franklin. That's going to put Johnson up to the top spot after it's all cycled out. Going to be Johnson, Franklin, Bennett. Going to see where Sage Greco ends up after this blend. We're going to see him as he gets on pit road. Now once everything cycles back, it's going to be Johnson, Franklin, Bennett, and Kuhn, your top 4. Greco still in his pit box with a hold as he's over 45 seconds here. He should be rolling out in just a second. There he goes. He's rolling out. And he's going to go 2 laps down now. Unfortunate night for Greco. Looks like he got a speeding violation with about a 42-second hold or so, plus his pit stop. Going to put him at about 55 seconds. That's unfortunate for him. He was super fast tonight. As we've got the top 3 here, nose to tail. There's Robert Tibbs in front of him. He's trying to stay a lap from going a lap down. That's for 18th spot there. There's 4th place, way on back. 5.8 seconds back from Anthony Bennett. Charles Bagley's in 5th. Followed by Billy Hensley, Tony Nolan, Christian Coffey. And where did Michael Cordray end up at after that spin? Looks like 10th place. He needs a caution to be able to rally back here, but he's still on the lead lap, so that's good. This guy's name's Bennett, and he's all up in it in 3rd place, going underneath Kyle Franklin for 2nd. Franklin's still on the outside, though. Not sure the momentum he's got. Is he going to be able to capitalize on the pass with Franklin? I think Franklin being up higher has got the more momentum coming off the exits. And you can see there that momentum on the high side of 4 just really pays off on this long front stretch. There's Sage Greco right there. He is up there with the leaders, but he is 2 laps down, it looks like. 1 lap down, sorry. So he's trying to get his lap back. I don't think he'll have a problem. Well, I don't think he'll have a problem getting the lap back, but he's going to have to hope for a caution as we've got 27 laps to go. Bagley's got a gap there, so he's currently in the 5th position. Coffey's way back here battling with Hensley and Nolan. And looks like Ryan Fuchs as well. Nice little single file battle going on here. Terry Litweiler's in 16th all along with David Vodicka a little further back. But the top 3, nose to tail. Looks like they're drafting on a super speedway. That's the 18, the 11, and the 97. As they're 6 seconds ahead of 4th place, Drew Kuhn. Sage Greco is there though, but will he try to battle these guys to get his lap back? I would race them as hard as I possibly could to try to get anything back. And sounds like Sage Greco is saving fuel though. Get on board here with Greco. Oh yeah, he's definitely clutching. He's definitely going to try to get his lap back here on fuel. Meanwhile, let's take a look here at the leader, see if he is clutching as well. He is not. Kyle Franklin all the way to the high side. See if he's saving. So these top three right here are not saving, but Greco is, so this may work out for Greco. While Drew Kuhn all by himself. Fuchs was able to take this, or trying to take this spot from Hensley. Man, they're battling all the way at the high side of the track, door to door. Great battle going on here for 5th place. Christian Coffey letting it all hang out. That truck was yawed out coming out of 4th. He's trying to take the spot over from Tony Nolan. Meanwhile, the 18 and the 15, the 81 and the 15, excuse me, are battling really hard here. Trying to keep this top 5. Looks like Fuchs is going to make the pass happen over the 81. Oh, he touches the wall just a little bit. Doesn't seem to slow him down too much. 15 sliding up. That's going to make the 81 tight. Doesn't seem to slow him down still. The 81's still there on the rear bumper of Fuchs. Looks like Drew Kuhn down for a last stop of the night. And these top 3 still nose to tail. I wouldn't say this is the last stop of the night either, folks. We got 20 laps to go here. That's going to be close. I don't know if they'll be able to make it. As the leaders down pit road, it's going to put Fuchs, Coffey, and Nolan up there in the front for now. They still got a pit, though. We're going to see who wins the battle off pit road once it all cycles off. What a race off pit road. Going to be really close here. Looks like Garrett Johnson once again faster than Kyle Franklin getting off of pit road. So that's going to put Johnson back in the lead once everything cycles back through and everyone has made their stops. Meanwhile, Ryan Fuchs still out there. Sean Rother still out there. Tibbs, Greco. Greco now ahead of Johnson. He's still got a pit though. Eric Johnson not going to push the issue too much with Greco. He knows he's still got a pit. There's no need in fighting. And we have seemed to have lost Anthony Bennett here. Anthony Bennett, he had some kind of penalty or something, pulled off the track, towed to pit road, and now everything's cycled out. It's going to be Johnson and Franklin, your top two. Greco's still out there. He needs to pit. Going to see he should pit this time or next time. And here goes Greco down pit road. Great strategy call to stay out as long as possible. Do these drivers have enough fuel to make it to the end? Got 16 laps to go. That's about, well, it's about 14 laps on fuel before they had to pit last time. They may have to come in for a splash and go, and Sage Greco may not have to. We'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Johnson and Franklin, your top two. Drew Kuhn in third. Nice rally for him. Bagley, nice rally up for him as well in fourth. Ryan Fuchs, Billy Hensley back at it again. Get on board here with Billy Hensley. Barely letting out of throttle just a little bit, letting it breathe. That's going to give him some really good momentum here if he can keep it good and not loose or tight. He closed in on Fuchs just a little bit. Ooh, it's going to be tight there for Hensley. Man, what a wheel man. Still in the draft of the 15. Of the 3, I'm sorry. Fuchs. Johnson and Franklin. Franklin has caught Johnson. He's about a half a car length separate the top two now. Franklin had to work a little bit harder than Johnson did to try to get back up there to him. While Johnson was able just to relax, Franklin had to push to get to his bumper. Now there's just a little bit of gap here between the 18 and 11. Oh, and the caution flies. Tony Nolan off track. Caution does come out. Unfortunate. We're going to go check and see just what unfolded here with Tony Nolan. See him battling here with the 9. He is already loose. I'm not sure that was intentional, but that was enough to bring the caution out as he goes back up on the racetrack. And that right there is what brought the caution, was him stopping right there. trying to get it going. Now the field has reset, and let's see here. Greco's still a lap down, and he's not the lucky dog. David Vodka is the lucky dog. Well, maybe not. Let's check and see here before I say anything. Yeah, looks like David Vodka is the lucky dog. You can see him right there. He's behind the leaders in that orange 24 machine. So he should get the wave around by iRacing. Be back on the lead lap. This was a great turnout for Michael Cordrea, though. He was hoping for a caution as him and Bagley are battling for the championship lead. Vodka and Greco staying out. With Greco not being the lucky dog, if he stays out and none of the leaders stay out, then it is an automatic wave around by iRacing with the 1 to go. So once the pace car lights turn off, he will get the free pass. Be back on the lead lap. It's like Johnson, Franklin, Fuchs, your top 3. Then it's going to be Coffey, Nolan, Litweiler, and Rother. Then Bagley off pit road. So you can still see the lap down guy, the 17 of Greco. We'll get the wave around by iRacing once we take the 1 to green. The 1 to go. Now he should be able to go on around. And the leaders catch up to the pace truck. That's going to put Greco back on the lead lap once again. It's going to be Johnson, Franklin, your front row. Fuchs, Nolan. Second row with Litweiler, Roth, third row, and Bagley and Drew Kuhn, your fourth row. Well, Michael Cordrea, I know he's running 10th right now, but he's really got to make up some ground here on Charles Bagley. Got to finish in front of Bagley. If not, the points will close up. Here we are, fans in the stands, waiting for them to come to the restart zone. With less than 10 laps to go. Here we go. Johnson with a very good start here. Fuchs now behind the 11 on the high side. You got Litweiler and Bagley on the bottom. On board here with Charles Bagley. You can see Litweiler on the bottom, Bagley on top. Oh, Bagley had to let out just a little bit. That's going to kill his momentum. Going to slow him down. But he's going to get a bump here from the 72. How about that? 72 now up to 5th place and giving the guy who's battling for the championship, he's giving him a bump. Talk about sportsmanlike conduct out of the 72 of Bagley, or 72 of Cordray, sorry. It's all over but the crying right now as Eric Johnson still leading the way with the 15 or the 3 of Ryan Fuchs behind him. Kyle Franklin all the way to the bottom to turn the blocks on these guys. Fuchs up in the wall. Fuchs now dropping spots back to 12th, just like that, from 2nd to 12th in one corner. Drew Kuhn now all the way to the bottom, being pushed by Robert Tibbs. Eric Johnson sees it, goes down to make the block. And here comes Billy Hensley on the outside to take over the 2nd spot. And now he's tied, and he's going to clear the 18. Billy Hensley now up to the lead. Where did Hensley come from? That's what I want to know. He sees these guys battling his Cordray's now up in the wall. Still has momentum, not losing a whole bunch of spots here. And now Charles Bagley up to the 2nd spot. Johnson falling back. He's now on the bottom. Followed by Drew Kuhn, Robert Tibbs all on the bottom. You got Bagley, Cordray in the middle. Oh, we got a car. Looks like Terry Litweiler in the wall is going to lose a bunch of spots here as they're freight training underneath them. Billy Hensley now setting sail as we've got 4 laps to go. Bagley now up to 2nd place. Looking low on the 81. Cordray now up here. On board with Cordray as he's underneath the 69 of Bagley. Trying to make that turn from mid to low. Trying to get any momentum he can. On board here with Hensley. He's leading the way now, half a second ahead of these boys, and that's exactly what he wants to see, is the 2nd place drivers side by side as they're chasing one another, trying to keep this draft and the momentum going. They're still in the draft of Hensley, but Hensley on the move. Cordray at the 69 of Bagley. Beating and banging here. Cordray on the bottom. He's going to slide job the 69. The 69, oh, the 72 and the 69 both in the wall. That's going to slow him up. Here comes the boys back behind him as we've got 1 lap to go. Billy Hensley from Asheville, North Carolina. He's got plenty enough gap, half a second over these guys. All he's got to do is connect 3 and 4, and he's a winner here in the Rookie Class Racing League. Race number 11 here at Auto Club. Going into 3, coming out of 4 for the final time. Around goes Eric Johnson. And Billy Hensley is the winner tonight. He's going to capture the flag at Auto Club. How about that? I knew the cat was fast, but boy, he showed up right at the end and let them know this is how you do it. Robert Tibbs coming up to give him a congratulatory bump. How about that? Great driving from Hensley tonight. Great driving from everyone. And you know what's about to happen. Hensley about to turn that grill on and smoke these things. Taking a look at the fan cam. This is exactly what the fans in the stands wanted to see. Was Billy Hensley crossing the start-finish line in the number 1 spot. As he stops, he's going to grab a picture of that, I guarantee you. Who wouldn't? As let's take a look here at your finish results. Get those up on the screen. Billy Hensley with the flag capture, with Robert Tibbs come out of nowhere to grab that 2nd spot. Charles Bagley in 3rd. Drew Kuhn in 4th. Kyle Franklin rounds out your top 5. Sage Greco, nice rally back into 6th. Michael Cordray, 7th. Charles Wilson in 8th. Sean Rother, 9th. Terrence Preston in 10th. Ryan Fuchs, 11th. Christian Coffey in 12th. Terry Litweiler, 13th. Tony Nolan, 14th. David Fadica, 15th. Lemuel Price, 16th. Eric Johnson, 17th. Steve Giberson, 18th. Dave Harrington, 19th. And Bruce Velasquez rounding out your top 20. Let's take a look here at what unfolded. See if we can take a look here. As you can see, Bagley and Cordray battling out here. Now, Cordray finished 7th. He's running 3rd right here. And he gets tight, gets up in the wall. Eric Johnson gets entangled up with him. And yes, he's going to drop a bunch of spots there. But that allows Tibbs to get up to 2nd. Bagley's going to round out 3rd. Let's see if we've got some... let's get Bagley in here. Oh, Charles B., you got me.
I do, sir.
Hey, man, how we doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. That was a fun race.
Yes, it was. Man, I enjoyed calling every second of it. And, whoo, man. We had some instance there where fuel strategy took over. And, man, it was 3 wide, 4 wide battle going on constantly from the front to the back. And you were right in the middle of it every second. I don't know how you ended up being 3rd. I mean, you just rallied back there. And whew, good run here. This is going to help the championship.
Oh, yeah. I think I just took the lead from Michael for the championship points by 2. Man, me and him were battling at the end. It was so fun. I thought I did really bad on the first round of pit stops. I didn't take tires, so that's why I fell way far back. I was trying to save a set for the end. It ended up working out. Took home 3rd. I think if me and Michael would have stopped fighting each other, we could have caught the leader, but we wanted those points.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we can get the points updated for next week as I'm curious to see just how close you gained to Cordray there.
We were talking about it before we jumped in here. When we started the race, he was up by 2, and now I think I lead by 2. So it's
Nice. Close.
it's going to be a next crazy 4 races, I think.
Yeah, we've got Kansas coming up, correct?
I believe so, and I love Kansas. A good track for me.
Awesome, man. All right, buddy. Well, if you got any shout outs, get them out of the way, and yeah, we'll get you closed off here.
Michael, for putting this league and running it so well. Try to help him with it whenever I can. No Lift Motorsports, Kevin, unfortunately couldn't be here today. And my wife, because I was actually supposed to help her bartend tonight, and she said, "Don't go race." So
now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she is working alone just so I could have been here tonight.
Yeah, that's a keeper there, man. Keeper.
Yeah, she's great.
That's right. All right, buddy. Well, all right, well, we'll get you out of here and we'll close this thing down. Thanks for talking to us.
Right on. You guys have a good night. See you next week.
You too. And let's grab one of the admins in here, Michael Cordray. Michael, you got me.
Got you loud and clear.
Man, you were running third there, coming to the checkered. Got a little tight behind Dirty Air. I know that was the cause of it. We're gonna say it was Dirty Air. You got in the throttle a little too early. So did some other people like Bagley. But man, that dropped you down from 3rd to 7th. That's tough, but I think Bagley's gonna get you on the points now.
Yeah, he definitely is. I just know at the end, me and him were fighting so hard that I even got so tight trying to race him that hard, trying to pass him coming out of 4. But I know I ended up in the wall, collected 18 as well, because I think he was also tight as well. But shout out to Charles for actually beating me in points. I know next week I'm going to come back to that points lead. I know he had an extra set of tires. That's why the second to last pit stop, I didn't take nothing, and I was just praying for a caution. And thankfully it came. And I had the advantage starting on the outside with fresh tires as well. And I was actually hoping I was going to get a good distance from Charles so he wouldn't be able to catch back up. But other than that, it's been a fun race. Me and Charles were beating and banging, going down every turn.
Yeah, I saw that.
On the last few laps. And I almost took him out like I did in Xfinity at Auto Club.
I'd have got off the screen. I don't want to see that. Hey, man, yeah, I caught it on the broadcast here. You guys were beating and banging. I saw some door touchies. But, man, just great racecraft you two have grown into. Watching you from the start of this to now, I can honestly say that your racecraft has grown tremendously. And, I cannot wait for Season 3 of ARCA to kick off.
Yeah, we're still trying to find seats for people to fill. We still have a bunch open. I'm hoping it'll be a lot more than last season. But I know I'm going to go after Charles again in the ARCA, and definitely Kevin. I'm not going to let Kevin win Season 3 ARCA. I'm going to be doing a lot more practice as well for the next season, because there's a couple of tracks I don't even have good practice at.
Well, question, how are we feeling about next week's truck race?
Shoot. Charles is going to be dropping down in points. That's all I know.
Okay, well, good. I ain't mad at it. I want to see a little rivalry going on here. I know you two guys are friends, and so, yeah, it's going to be a fun little battle at Kansas, I believe.
Yeah, I got to pull away in points before we get to Phoenix, because Charles, he dominated Phoenix.
He likes those shorter tracks. He really does.
Yeah.
He does good.
Yeah, I'm about to put a bounty on his head.
Absolutely. All right, buddy. Well, if you got any shout-outs, get those, and we'll get you on your way.
Shout out to you guys for broadcasting every week. Shout out to Charles for racing me clean, even though we were beating and banging down the back stretch and in the corners. Shout out to my new teammate, Christian. He just joined Rookie Class Motorsports today. He was battling well all race, and sadly he got a penalty, which threw him back in the back of the field.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. We'll get out of here and go do some adminning, and we'll see you soon.
I'll see you Friday at the ARCA opener.
10-4. Have a good one, buddy.
You too.
All right. And Billy Hensley, as you can see, I can't get him in here. He's having some mic issues, but we're going to give him some shout outs. I've been messaging with him. He says this race win is for his pawpaw. And yeah, he definitely wants to shout him out. So we're going to do that. The old Asheville, North Carolina native. Man, what a good run Billy Hensley had tonight. And man, that's how you do it right there. Show up at the end and put the whooping on them. Set sail. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, we'll be back. Like Michael Cordray said, we'll be back next Friday for the season opener of ARCA season number 3. You definitely don't want to miss that. We're going to see some short tracks once again. I love the ARCAs and I love short tracks. Put them together and it's going to be one heck of a race. Anyway, I'm Adam Glatfelter here with Racer Nexus, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.